You're just holding yourself back. If you have 5 views, only 5 people have seen it. It's not like 1,000 people have seen it and they said this is ass. People are always judging, always judging. Don't worry about posting too often either. People just love the fact that you create. People love the idea that you're a creative. This is proof that there is no right time to post. A lot of you artists, you make excuses for yourself and you also think there's a perfect moment. There's no perfect moment when it comes to posting or sharing your creativity. You're lying to yourself. That's it. You're lying to yourself. I hate to call you out, but that's what it is. I lied to myself before, so I know you're lying to yourself. You might not realize it, but all these excuses, all these things you're saying in your head, you're just holding yourself back. One excuse I've heard so much, and I said it before to myself, is that this has to be perfect before anyone sees it. No, it doesn't. That's why I'm filming the way I'm filming right now. In the background, I have like a busy street. My setup is not perfect. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna post it and I'm gonna see, how it turns out. But everything doesn't have to be perfect. Like this drawing right here, I wanted to create like these really nice drawings and have them all look good. But right now I'm gonna sketch next to this beautiful rendered drawing of a clock. So if this doesn't turn out right, I can't do anything about it. And it teaches you not to always try to be perfect in everything you do. And another thing I hear is that no one would care about my art. Okay, this is a problem I've had before, and I get this question a lot. Like, how do I become more confident when it comes to posting my art and sharing more so of myself? Look, no one's really gonna care, all right? Everyone's too worried about themselves and what they have going on, their personal lives. People do judge and they do say things behind your back, but that's because they have nothing better else to do. And if that's how they live their life, then that's how they live their life. Doesn't mean you have to live your life in that kind of way. You don't want to be old and regret all the things all the opportunities, all the steps, all the actions you could have made. Just do it anyway. Do it scared. Do it happy. Do it afraid, whatever it is. Just do it, Because at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you. No one is going to hold your hand and tell you that everything's going to be okay. I mean, you have friends, family that will tell you that. By the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your decision on the actions that you take. And nothing has to be perfect, guys. Like, nothing has to be perfect. As someone who draws with pen, when I first started drawing with pen, I was so nervous to mess up and not make my drawing look perfect. But I realized very fast is that everything can't be the way you want it, and it's not going to be the way you want it. You can only control what you can control, which is now and the actions that you take now. You can't control how people receive your stuff. You can't control how people are going to interpret your artwork, because you could think it's perfect all day long, but if someone sees your artwork and they think, wow, this is actually terrible, this is not perfect at all, it's messy, that's just how they're going to think. You cannot change their mind. Since you can't change people's minds, change your actions. Oh, this is another thing. This was me, honestly. Although I still posted my art with not that many followers, I still felt like I need a big following first to post this type of tutorial or to post this type of content, whatever it is. You do not need a big following. How I got over the fear or the cringiness of posting and like not having any views is realizing that if you have 5 views, only 5 people have seen it. It's not like 1,000 people have seen it and they said this is ass. Like only 5 people have seen it and that's it. So go ahead, just post your content. The views really don't matter. And all the people you look up to online, all the big influencers or artists, whatever, they all started somewhere. They all started pretty much at zero. So you have to start that way too. And that's just how it works. You're not special from anybody else. You should tell yourself that you're special from everybody else, but you're not that special from everybody else. Because at the end of the day, people are going to like what they like. If you don't be yourself and you don't share what you like, you're never going to find your audience. You're never going to find your own community. So once you start posting your content, then you start thinking, wow, if it doesn't get likes, it's not good at all. I grew my TikTok from 0 to over 120,000 followers within pretty much a year. I will say I would have more followers if I decided to stay consistent. When I posted content and I felt like it should be getting more views or more likes, I kind of dwelled on that, and I just stopped posting content for a little while. Like, I would take breaks for like months and not really post any content whatsoever until I started saying F it and just start posting. No matter how many likes I get, how many views I get, I just wanted my art, my content out there. And before you know it, I just started racking up views. I started racking up likes the more I posted. So just stay consistent in whatever you do and you will see results. Like, I'm sure you hear that all the time, but it's true. There's gonna be a point when you're creating and posting where it feels like nothing's happening for a long period of time. But there's gonna be that one day, that one time where your stuff is gonna go viral, where it's gonna just shoot up. Everyone's gonna love what you put out, love your content. Keep putting out your work. People feel like they'll be judged if it's not their best work. People just love the fact that you create. People love the idea that you're a creative. If you just stay stuck in that place of, I don't want to post it because people are not going to like it, I'm not going to get likes, then you're screwed. You got to get out of that mindset. You have to. People that matter aren't going to judge you for where you are now. People that don't matter are going to judge you. And the people who do judge you, they judge you because they feel like they can't do it, or they're not making those sacrifices or those steps that you were taking. Now, people are really haters out here, for real. We need to bring that word back. We need to start using that again, like haters. Like, I got haters, because if it's relevant during any time, it's more so relevant now with this world of technology and social media. People are always judging, always judging. So you better just get used to it and practice not caring at all. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't post content, people are going to judge you in your everyday life, in public, wherever you are, even your family. And it could be your friends sometimes too. And sometimes you just don't know that they're judging you. But yeah, people will judge you. So get over that fear. I've been judged so many times. Trust me. Whether if it's through my art, my personality, whatever it is what it is. Like, people have their own thoughts, just like how you have your own thoughts. Other people have their own thoughts. And you have to accept it, you know? And look, you hear that siren? I told you I'm on a busy street. Like, there's no right time to post. Just post your content anyway. Another thing I also learned when it comes to just getting your work out there is that I told myself I need these extra tools before I started posting my work or before I started drawing. No, you don't need any of these fancy tools to create work. I'm using this cheap ballpoint pen. This is like a few cents for each of them. I have a 60 pack of these pens for like, I think it was like $7-8. So these are super, super cheap. You don't need these pricey art materials, all right? You just need what you have, and people don't care about all this extra fancy equipment. There's a time where I thought I needed all this fancy equipment to create content, to post my work, but I realized that no, I don't. I've seen YouTubers with over 100,000 subscribers and they film with their phone. And I realized, like, I don't need all this extra stuff. You just use what you have. Don't worry about posting too often either. Many people think that, oh, I don't need to post as much because people are going to get tired of me. No, they're not. It's not like you post and they see it every time you post. Many people see your post maybe like once a week. So if you post often, then they'll see it more than once a week, you know? So don't be afraid to just annoy people with how much you post, because the people who will stick around, they will love it, like it, and love your content and want to keep watching. But the people who get annoyed, they're not going to unfollow, or they're just not going to follow you. So you don't want those people to follow you anyway, because you just want your people, your community, your audience. Stop thinking your work is not unique enough, all right? People draw anime characters, the same anime characters, over and over and over, and they get so much engagement. No one cares too much. They just want to see you create, all right? Yes, you have some people who have very unique work, which is awesome, but your work doesn't have to be unique at first. What you need to do is just focus on what you like to do, what you like to draw, and eventually you're going to come across something inspirational one day, or you're going to try something one day, and it's just going to click for you. And then that's going to be, your new thing. So don't worry about drawing or creating something that's super unique, that stands out at first. Just start posting, get used to posting, get used to what it feels like, get used to replying to comments. I know this drawing's not going to be perfect. Like, I'm sketching with a ballpoint pen. This is not going to be perfect, but I'm going to try my best. And as long as you try, that's what matters. You never know what happens or what could happen. Your style doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't. I've been posting drawings of like celebrities for a very long time, and I've grown a great following from that. And I didn't have like a unique style. I mean, you can say my style is ballpoint pen drawing, but it's not like super unique, And even before that, I drew with pencil as well. So people just love my creativity. They just love my technical skills, and that was enough for them. So for you, you're definitely gonna make it far if you just get out of your comfort zone and get into that space of just posting. Don't let these social media influencers or artists discourage you. There's so much art online. That doesn't mean that you won't be able to stand out throughout the crowd. You know how many artists or singers there are, or how many athletes there are? It doesn't matter. Like, that is so irrelevant. You're telling yourself these excuses. You're trying to make all these excuses just to tell yourself, okay, I don't need to post this, or it's okay if I don't post this yet. I can wait till so-and-so. No, post it now. You need to take out your phone, record something, or find a video that you already recorded and just post it to your social media. I'm sure you don't have like 100,000 followers. I'm sure you don't have 1,000,000 followers. I wish I had 1,000,000 followers. Just post it, all right? We're too worried about what other people think, And that's the way we're conditioned through school, through society. We were socialized, growing up by our parents or teachers. We were taught not to stand out in a crowd, not to make too much noise, just to blend in, be quote unquote normal. But what is being normal, right? Is being normal being average? Because I don't want to be average. People suppress their personalities when they're around certain people because they feel like if I'm this way around this person, that they're not going to like me anymore. And if you are yourself around somebody and they don't like you anymore, then you don't need to be around them anyway. You shouldn't really care too much about what they think anyway. You just have to be yourself. Be your authentic self. People are going to care. People are not going to care. As long as you don't care too much, then you should be fine. You either make those actions, you make those decisions, you post your content, you stop caring too much about what other people think and live your life that way, or you can live your whole entire life caring about what people think. And that's a terrible way to live, trust me. It's not good at all. And look, you don't have to follow trends. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing, okay? Yes, I'm sure that you can get popular following trends, but you're going to be known for following trends. You're not going to be known for what you really want to be known for. No matter what you do in life, there's going to be slow areas. There's going to be slow times where you have to just grow and grow and grow. But once you grow enough and you have a good following, or you have a lot of engagement, or eyes are in content, more things are going to just come up. It's like that snowball effect where you have this snowball, like a small snowball rolling down a hill, and the more it rolls and rolls, it picks up more snow and snow and snow. It becomes this really big snowball. And that's how it is when you stay consistent within your content and within your creativity. Like for me, when I do these talking videos, I've said this before, it's hard for me to like think and talk and draw at the same time. But the more I do it, the more I stay consistent at it, the better I get and the easier it becomes. Right now I'm drawing a frog. I have no idea why I'm drawing a frog. Don't ask me why. But I just needed to draw something. And instead of just sitting there for hours trying to figure out what to draw, I just looked up artwork on Pinterest. I saw some animals. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do a frog. So I just found a picture of a frog and now I'm drawing it. And it's early in the morning too. So like drawing this early, it's easier for me because I don't have to think too much about what I'm doing. Because in the morning, your brain is not like going everywhere. That's more so late at night or like later in the afternoon when you're just thinking. I would never thought in my life that I will reach 120,000 followers on any social media app, but it happened. And I realized that people who do have these large followings, these people who make 6 figures a year, sometimes a month on content creation, that it's not impossible. Once you start to see real life examples, you realize that it's not too far from you. You can do it as well. No one is more special than you, right? I'm not more special than you. You can do it. You just have to stay consistent and love what you do. It's so possible. So possible. Remember, your work doesn't have to be meaningful at all. I'm drawing a frog. A frog, like, it's not meaningful at all. It's literally an animal. Your work does not have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect in this world. I've seen artists who create like kid type of drawings. It will be either splatter art or these large paintings on these large canvases. I've seen this one lady take this large canvas. She took her mop and she dipped it in paint. And she just literally painted the canvas. And she has like close to 1 million followers on her social medias. And she also sells her work for thousands of dollars. And to me, I'm like, how is that possible? The art is not that good. I don't think it's creative. I don't think there's anything special about it. But who am I to really judge her, because she's doing what she loves and she's really creating what she wants to create and she's sharing it with everyone else without the fear of judgment, because people are going to judge her like me, but she's doing it anyway. So I applaud her. Like, that's brave for her to just put her work out there, to not care about what others think about her work and not be afraid to sell her work either. And that's the type of mindset we all have to have. Okay. I think I got that right. And I want you guys to ask me questions in the comments as well. Like, if you're struggling with anything, ask it in the comments, put it in the comments, and I would love to talk about it on my next video. I just try to find things to talk about as I draw. And although that's, cool, like I will find stuff to talk about, I want to talk to you guys in a way that seems more direct instead of just me, going on and on about some topic I'm, creating for a video. This is proof that everything's not perfect. My camera just died when I was in the middle of talking, but that's okay. I'm gonna end the video here anyway, but I want to show you guys this drawing of the frog. I'm not done with it, but it's fine because it doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't have to complete. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. As long as you eventually become perfect for yourself, then that's what matters. Get to creating, get to posting, and share your art. Don't be afraid.